you know, how did that happen? And then have to make up another story about, well, you know, my brother was chasing me and, you know, blah, 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 and whatever. And they would just be like, that is awful, you know, did you get stitches, this and that, you know, and they get
It's amazing how many young people are going through this today and how many have gone through it. Stick around with us because we might need your help. We want to know how to tell the difference between your child's bad mood or depression, and we're going to find out how right after this break. Plus, we'll hear how a young Nirvana fan's depression and obsession with singer Kurt Cobain nearly cost him his life.
The look of fall. You'll find it at Fred Meyer.
You guys ready? Okay, put the phone number up. Nutrisystem is offering its food at an unbelievably low price. Buy any Nutrisystem program and your food is value priced at $49 a week. $49 a week, that's $2.33 a meal. It's unprecedented. If you've ever thought about a weight loss center but thought the food was too expensive, you've got to call Nutrisystem now. $49 a week for food as long as you're on the program. Get back in there. There's no more excuses. You've got to call now.
The Civic Light Opera is proud to present the West Coast premiere of Tinseltown, USA. So come celebrate the golden age of musicals beginning October 6th at the Jane Addams Theater in Lake City.
It's a little bit country where hot and cool connect.
Hot eats, cool treats at Dairy Queen.
There's real country cooking at Dairy Queen. The chicken strip country basket, now only $2.99. 4 golden strips of chicken, all white breast meat, moist and tender. Crispy fries, Texas toast, and country gravy. The Dairy Queen chicken strip country basket, just $2.99. You all drop in for lunch or dinner.
Hot eats, cool treats, we treat you right.
The people here are doing whatever they can.
When the big stories happen, and you really want to know what's going on, people trust KOMO.
They come to us because we've earned their trust over the years.
The eye of Hurricane Emily, somewhere out there.
When the big story breaks,
KOMO has the experience. We react quicker.
And we're thorough.
So when the big stories hit, come to the Northwest favorite, KOMO TV4.
Now, you still got time to vote in today's telepoll. Who poisoned Catherine on GH? If you think it was Ned, it's 421-5004, or Lois, 421-5040, for Eddie, 421-5020, or for Reginald, 421-5045. And I'll have the results at the end of today's show.
Welcome back. Talking about depression, particularly in young people, and we'll take a phone call. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Ginger from Federal Way.
Say again.
This is Ginger from Federal Way.
Hi, Ginger.
Hi. I was just wondering how soon, are there any signs? My daughter had went through a stage from 6 years old until now. She's going to be 8 at the end of this month. Anyway, she's been going through a lot of these stages, and what are the early signs for the younger ages? Do you have any early signs?
What are the signs for the younger ages? Well, you were 10 or 11. You know what? I want to go to Linda in our audience, if possible, and Linda's in the very back row, if we can get a shot of her, because Linda is having some signs with her son, who's quite young. How old was your young son when you started to realize he was depressed?
He was 6 when I knew that there was something really wrong. He's 13 now.
How did you know something was wrong?
He would lie on the floor and just bawl, sobbing for long periods of time over really minor things. And
such as, give me an example.
Like his socks. There's a real funny thing about socks feel really weird. Something that would not make sense to anyone else, but he could not wear the little top of the toe would drive him insane, and he couldn't go out the door. Then not being able to go out the door and to do things that he wanted to do was, I think, that, and he couldn't understand why.
How did you know he was your first sign that he was suicidal?
he would talk about it really being mutilated. He would tell daycare workers, describe being blown apart and his nose being ripped off his face, things like that.
And he was giving you very clear signals by this point.
It was really clear that there was something really wrong. And
By age 8, you said you were even worried he was homicidal, not just suicidal.
Yeah, acting out, kick holes in wall, tears things apart, screaming, yelling, kicking, biting.
So a lot of signs to watch for.
But it started with really the LaFleur being unable to get to punish him in any worse. Rewards and consequences made everything worse. It never.
Well, doing these things, I mean, obviously Elizabeth's point is well taken. That is, get that dialogue stepped up, and then if you're not getting the responses that you feel are appropriate, then look for some help. Especially here in Seattle, we are familiar with the late Kurt Cobain and his eventual choice to end his own life. On the phone with us right now is Joy Angelino, whose son, it seems, had chosen Cobain as a role. Did your son travel to Seattle?
New Mexico.
The net indicated that he was going there to commit suicide.
So when you noticed that your son was gone, you found a note that said he was in Aberdeen?
Not at all. We found this note. After we put the pieces together and determined that he was headed for Seattle.
What signs of depression had you seen prior to that, Joy?
Oh, for about a year, the first signs were of mania. A very strong bout of mania. Deep depression followed, where he practiced self-mutilation, tried to overdose on, or did overdose on his own medication.
Didn't he even sometimes think he was Kurt Cobain?
Yes, very definitely.
What, you would just look to him and talk to him and Kurt Cobain, or what would he say?
Well, he would actually demonstrate that he was feeling what he interpreted Kurt Cobain was feeling. He became very saddened his own life when he discovered that the book he was reading about Kurt Cobain told him that Kurt Cobain's problems began upon the divorce of his parents.
Where is your son now? I know that Aberdeen police worked very hard and helped reunite you with your child, and so he did not commit suicide. Where is he today?
He is in a local psychiatric hospital where he is receiving treatment, and hopefully will soon be moved to their day program where he can be home in the evenings.
Elizabeth, I suspect that even in New York, where you make your home, you probably read or heard about the death of Kurt Cobain.
Oh, yeah. No, I was very affected by it myself.
Were you?
Oh, so was I.
Yeah. No, I found it very
But did it as a kind of a hallmark?
No.
I think that Kurt had, his own problems. I didn't go kill themselves because Kurt Cobain. I think that, mental and depression on a clinical level, very, extreme thing when it drives some extreme. I think that nerve is kind of about a feeling of malaise was very much a symbol of our time. My so-called life is a big hit and is hot Pearl Jam, but it's all angst. And is that in? I don't think it's in. I think it just. I think that it's a weird sense of alienation. A lot of people are very isolated and lonely. I think that people don't feel close to their families. I think people feel lost, without community. I mean, I think these are all very real problems. That it drove Kurt Cobain to the point it drove him to is his unique situation.
Did you listen, Mary, to Nirvana?
A little bit.
A little bit. Were you influenced at all by what the music had to say?
No, not really. I didn't listen to Nirvana too much.
But you did nod when Elizabeth was talking about, not feeling necessarily close to her family or feeling a sense of isolation. Is that how you feel?
Well, I kind of tried to isolate myself. I don't know if I tried, but I did. I just pushed everyone away. I ended up pushing everyone away.
We'll take another break, and up next we're going to meet a 14-year-old who is here to tell us and to tell moms and dads there's a huge difference between being depressed from being in just a lousy mood. Plus, what warning signs did our guest's parents miss that might have stemmed their depression? More in a moment.
We asked these women what they think about the new Sicilian-style pizza from the Hut. Wow, they love it! New Sicilian-style pizza from Pizza Hut. A little basil, oregano, and a touch of garlic baked right into the crust for a pizza crust like you've never tasted before.
Calmati, Rosalia. Che ne stai facendo uno spettacolo?
For $8.99, any second medium, $5 more.
Living Well Lady Fitness Centers are the leading women's-only health clubs in America. For the incredibly low price of only $9.50 a month, you can begin an exercise program which we will create just for you. Work out in the comfortable atmosphere of our women's-only clubs and enjoy the support and encouragement of our certified instructors as you get in shape. Remember, only $9.50 a month. Living Well Lady Fitness Centers, $9.50 a month. You better hurry. Call now, 1-800-LIVE-WELL, LIVWELL.
Washington Advocates for the Mentally Ill urges people who think they may be depressed to take advantage of National Depression Screening Day. Please call us to find out how you can get a free screening.
Tuesday.
Can I touch it?
Sure. Be the first to experience the excitement.
You feel that?
And live the adventure all over again. 65 million years in the making. It's on Video Cassette Tuesday, Jurassic Park.
Crave the taste. Oh! Crave the good times. Hear the crunch. That crunch is calling you. Stouffer's French bread. Pizza. Nothing comes closer to home.
Do you believe in the dark side of life? Evil spirits, dark angels, dark forces at work? We'd like to hear from you. Call us at 421-LIVE immediately following today's show.